So you will get the experience of death in sleep. Yeah? And how? Experiment with this. The last thought tonight, homework number 2. The last thought tonight. You keep observing what are my thoughts when you're going to sleep. Maybe sing your favorite song. Make it easier. You see, you'll wake up in the morning singing the same song or with the same last thought. Guaranteed. Your last impression in your mind is the first impression in the morning. Death is nothing but just that. You die with the last strongest impression of this lifetime. It could be hatred for that person you do not like. It could be anything. You don't know how you're going to die, where you're going to die, with whom you will be. But your mind is always with you, no? And in that last moment, you have that hatred, that's where you are going to be born. That's how you choose your parents. Do you get it?
Is it because of the hatred?
Or love, whatever, attachment, raga, obsession, junoon, whatever you want to call it. Anything that was my attachment led to my this lifetime's birth. Yes, I chose my parents. You chose your parents. You chose yours. You chose yours.
But isn't it good if it's because of raga? You're choosing your parents again and again?
Well, it's up to you how many times you want to still keep coming.
That is positive experience or negative experience.
Yeah, it's up to you. Yeah, finally, how long? I mean, aren't you bored yet? How many lifetimes you're going to do the same thing again and again? Same love, hatred, kids, babies, their marriage, again come back, again become a baby, again go to school. Oh my God.
But if you really hate someone, okay, then you will be born with that person, right? But if you also really love someone, so then whom will you be born with? The person
Depends on the last impression, the strongest impression, and usually the strongest impression is.
Hate, right?
See, you know it. I don't even have to tell you.
So that's what we've read. I don't know what really
It is exactly like that. No, you see, how many times in a day do you think about the person you love, and compare it to how many times in a day you think about the person you hate. Who comes to your mind more? The person you hate. That is the meaning of an impression.
Yeah, and to Aditya's point also, it's sometimes the strongest impression you may not be aware of it, and it may still be there. Because I asked Guruji, actually no, this is a different thing. Guruji actually mentioned that in one of the talks, right, about dying in a battlefield. So there's a action going on and a fight going on. So somebody said, to all the soldiers who die in the battlefield, because that's the strongest impression right then and there. Guruji said they don't all get born in the battlefield again. That's because along with that could be the last impression of that violent death or whatever it is. But they could be carrying on
A very
significantly
strong
more impression, stronger impression. So so
Yes.
it all
Because even if I have been shot by somebody, but what comes to my mind at that last moment? Maybe I forget the battlefield, I think about my loved one, or I think about somebody else, or I think about somebody I hate completely comes to my mind. Whatever is the strongest impression comes to my mind. It's not in my hands, no? And that moment I die. That's what I am born with. So if you think about a chicken, poultry farm is your destiny.
But that doesn't come true, right? Because like you said, you don't go back. So.
You usually don't go back to an animal birth, yeah. But it is said as a word of caution. Yeah, the story of Jadabharata is very popular. That there was this saint who got enlightened during his lifetime only, and towards the fag end of his life, he got attached to a deer, got hurt, and he took care of the deer and loved it so much and all that he was born as the deer. So never take your enlightenment for granted. You have to all the time be aware, all the time be conscious. You cannot get lost in this Maya.
I'm really scared, I hate Pakistan so much. I may get born in Lahore or some Karachi maybe.
Very good thought, possible.
But you might start laughing.
Or maybe, in Waziristan.
About marriages, you say like, Rabde bana diya chori.
Huh.
You don't pay, right?
Huh. It's just very filmy. It's up to you whether you want to get married or not. This much free will you have.
Choosing the partner.
It's not destiny.
But isn't that you said there's a family karma? That's why you came.
Family karma is now, you're already a family, you're married, yeah? So his karma is going to affect you, your karma is going to affect him, your both karma is going to affect Riya's karma. Do you see this? It's obvious, no? You just pick up your bags, pack your bags one day, move from India to US, your children are getting affected by your karma, right? That is family karma. Do you get it? We all have a karma. That is why we are all here together discussing knowledge right now. Community karma.
So
Yeah.
Rajiv and Lupa, you have less karma than us. You have 3 kids.
That is why many saints don't get
And in
married.
general, the
Yeah.
girls do good karmas. Right? I have 3 boys.
Not necessarily.
Then again your raga is better. I want the other side.
Drop. What is. Doesn't matter. Let go. I want this and I don't want this. Your fists are tight. Drop. Open your fists. What is.
Don't worry about girls.
Just be. Just enjoy. Yeah. Go through this prarabdha. Whatever is happening in my life is my prarabdha. Go through it smilingly. Don't throw any agami seeds. Yeah? You'll be stuck in this lane otherwise. Stop throwing your agami seeds, you will move to the third lane.
How do I differentiate between getting attached to loving my parents and getting attached? Whereas, like you said, attached to a parent or we tend to get born in that family again and again because of attachment. How do I distinguish that?
You distinguish. Each of you can distinguish. Where it's okay if mom is here, it's okay if she's not here. Oh, mom is not here, mom is not here, mom is not here, mom is. This is attachment. Extreme emotion. I just give mom example, you see your own personal example. Yeah? Extreme emotion is equal to attachment. Emotion equals attachment. Got it? Emotion could be of wanting, raga, or not wanting. Oh, no, this person should not come. I don't want to see. Saas bahu. Mother-in-law. I don't want to see my mother-in-law. Glued, you're glued. Next lifetime she's going to be your mother. Yeah? We should put this in one of the TV serials. Very important. Drop this aversion, drop this craving. Drop. All this extreme emotion is nothing but my attachment, and it's going to lead to my agami karma. Understand?
No, what if you like somebody so much, say you like your mother so much, should we want to love?
Yeah. Attachment, no? Depends on how that intensity is. Who is there is good, who's not there, no problem. When you have that kind of a sambhav, you understand? No? Equanimous mind. My graph of emotion does not go up or down, up or down, up or down. Yeah? Equanimous.
Isn't it sometimes you need to feel it or show it? Otherwise,
You have to be sensitive. You love your mother, you love your husband, your brother, your friend, whatever. You do everything that is required to keep him or her comfortable, happy. From here,
that deep down.
yeah, don't have those strings attached. Are you getting it?
Feel that. Yeah.
Yeah? Of course, revere, respect, honor, love, whatever is required in this society, you do everything. Yeah? But from here, I am not this body, I am not this mind.
So basically, you don't tie your contentment to them.
Yes. Or your frustration to anybody. Whatever is because of me. Yeah? Sanchita clear, Prarabdha clear, Agami clear. Yeah? I have negatives, I turn them to positive. Do I stop there? From positives I have to go to empty bag. How should your bag look? No karma.
Then I can see the exit.
Then automatically the exit comes. Enlightenment comes. Yeah? So please stop imagining that enlightenment means blue light, yellow light, or whatever you imagine. I don't know what you imagine.
She said it.
Yeah? Don't imagine that you're suddenly going to grow wings and start flying. Nothing like that is going to happen. Yeah? You're going to be like this only in this body, but with a very high state of
So that means
awareness.
we're not going to get a halo around our head.
No, no halo around the head. I don't know what you imagine. No, no.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
We have consciousness and we come out of it. So what initiated that?
The pool of consciousness, ego, I am
Ah,
something. We'll talk about this, what she's talking about, little later. Understand karma first.
So the Vedas says that you live for 7 years, which is not true, right? Because when you're getting married, also Panditji says you're just
No,
bound together for 7 years, 7 lives now.
Lives.
So
no, that's not. It is very filmy all this is. Yeah. The mind takes 84,000 lifetimes to mature. This is not your first lifetime. You have started your journey as a bacteria or a virus or a spirogyra, as a hydra. Do you remember all these words? Yeah? Almost invisible, microscopic organism. That's where you started your journey. You went on to a small insect, an ant, a grasshopper, a lizard, a snake, a mongoose. You became a rat, a cat, yeah? A tiger, a lion, elephant, giraffe, whatever you can imagine. After many lifetimes, you get a human body. It's not very easy to come into a human body. Yeah? So you are blessed. You're really blessed to have a human lifetime. Don't waste this lifetime. Consider this is the last. This is the only lifetime I have, and within this lifetime only I have to reach enlightenment.
Is it like a car that you get into which has the ability to have the jnana or the aware knowingness to get to that exit?
Absolutely. It has the ability, but how much I utilize that ability, how much I grow. We all have the skill to learn to play a piano. Somebody gets interested and really puts in the effort, and somebody else is lazy, oh forget it, I'll watch TV. Do you see it? But we all have the potential. It's exactly that. How much I used this potential to get there. And get this notion out of your head, oh, I don't know how many more lifetimes. No, this lifetime only. You have to do it now, and it's very possible. Because it is not growing wings and getting a halo or whatever. It is not any of that. It is just reaching a highest level of awareness, consciousness, where I am no more a slave of my emotions. I am no more a slave of my 5 senses that go into the world and get attached. Yes, I am the master. I become so strong.
I think there are 2 analogies to this. One would be you're watching something very intently, you're lost in it, and you start feeling those emotions. And at a point you realize that it's just they're all acting to a script. When that moment happens, suddenly you start seeing them as separate.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Yeah. So you start thinking about this. Give yourself an ultimatum. This is my last chance.
So what happens after this life?
Depends on you. That's what I'm telling you. Now you have complete free will. It's up to you to make this lifetime beautiful and rosy or completely murk in the swamp. It's up to you.
But after you get a human life, what is the next step? Is it a human life again, or
Maybe we require next session.
Then get out of the cycle. Okay, this also now forget, this is not the bag of karma, this is a cycle. This is birth, this is death. You are born, you are living this life, you die. Yeah? Again, what happens? After death, for some time you are relaxing because of your good merit, huh? You have some good merit, no? Because of that you relax. It's like sleeping. Nothing else. Just a deep sleep. If you have good merit, you will sleep 8 hours. If you have bad merit, you just get 1 hour to sleep. You have to be born again. Do you get it? You get a very nice, restful night's sleep and you are born again. Because of your strong impressions, I am born again. But you are stuck in this cycle. This is bondage. This is the bondage that Janaka is talking about. That I know, I understand this knowledge, but I am not being able to